Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. And lately I've been enjoying watching a lot of YouTube story times, and I was like, if any of you know me in real life, talking is not my problem. I can go on for hours and hours. So I was like, I have a story time to tell you too, like Madam Hair Doing, Madam Weave, Madam Wig have her own times of story time. Yes. It's so strange how people can think to try your nerves, like really try you and play with your coins. And something about me, I would never chase somebody for the money they owe me, but I think God above sees and deal with some people, because she tried it hard, but she ended bad. So this is the story time about when my client tried to scare me big time, but you know what happened? That same very day she was shamed. Stay tuned for the story. So let's start the story. Even before I start the story, you have to understand the background of where this story happened. And that was when I was still living back in Italy, in this little small town called Valdagno that have not more than, I believe, 27,000 inhabitants, and it's mostly a valley with mountains. So about these 27,000 inhabitants, I believe only 8,000 to, let's say, 15,000 may live in the valley. So as a black community from Africa, more or less, we know each other. You cannot hide, because that is where we all live, in this small valley, in this small town. So this my client, it was a lady. How can a grown-up woman just shame herself like that? I don't know. But let me just start with the story. So back in Italy, I used to do some hair weaves for people, to have that extra coins that trying to develop my skills, I believe. So I used to do some weave for hair and for people. So this lady, actually, she was a Burkina Faso lady, French lady, and she wanted me to color one of her old weave and then do a sew-in for her. So I believe she was celebrating, and how do you call it, Eid. She's a Muslim woman, and she wanted this new revamp look, and okay. So she called me, and she was insistent that she wanted me to do the hair. She was like, oh baby girl, I'm going to come by and drop the hair. I want you to color the hair. I want the hair to be this specific color. So she brought me a strand of a synthetic hair. The color she wanted her human hair weave to match this color that was this piece of synthetic hair. So I told her okay, and she was very specific that she wanted the weave to turn out exactly the same color she brought the sample in. I'm like, okay. And she was like, I need this for tomorrow. And I was like, it's quite a tight time, because I work full time as a nurse. So for me to come home and then dye or color this your weave and have it ready for the next date is really a tight time. But she was very insistent, and I'm like, okay, I will do it for you. She asked me the price. I told her that it's going to be multiple prices, because I have to put the coloring price and then the weaving price and then the styling price. She was like, okay, don't worry baby girl. So she came, I did color the hair for you. I matched the color to the T. She came, she sat down in the chair, she looked at the color, she was happy. I stayed there, I did her wig for 4 hours. I was there. I had to braid her hair, weave the hair, and style the hair. And she wanted me to style the hair like a sort of Hollywood style. And if any of you know me, when I have to style hair, I don't just do it in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I really take my time, put product, blow dry, straighten, curl, make sure my client, when it's getting off the chair, she's happy. And she was happy, like she was looking at it, all about we have our weave done newly, how we'll be checking, taking pictures, smiling and laughing. I too was laughing, because I was like My coins are coming this evening, going out tomorrow, going shopping and things like that. So I was like, say she was happy, I was like, you know, actually I deserve all the coins I'm going to charge this woman. So when she finished, she said, how much is your bill? I told her how much is my bill, and I told her how much she owed me. And this woman started like looking into her bag. She was like, oh my god, I left my bag, I left my wallet in the house. How could I ever do something like that? And she was there like literally looking into her bag, and she played it for a while, like looking, opening zip and other things. And she was like, oh my god, look, I forgot my wallet at home. So I was like, you forgot? I mean, she drove to my place. So you drove all the, I mean, she didn't live that far away. It was like 10-minute drive. But we're like, how could you, like, you know, it's dangerous. You left your driving lesson at home, because that where people, you know, you put your driving lesson in your wallet. So she was like, oh, please. And mind you, this was not her first time doing hair with me. She has bought hair from me, and she has done hair by me before, and she has paid me with no problem. And this was her second time doing hair with me. So I was a bit skeptical, but on the other side, I wasn't really worried that she won't pay me, or how can I say, the fact that she forgot a wallet at home didn't sit well with me in my mind, because I don't know, I find it difficult for a grown-up woman to just get out of the door, hang a bag on her, and leave the wallet at home. At a certain point, before even starting the car, you always check your bag. I'm not saying it's impossible to forget your wallet at home, but I just think maybe her acting was not that good. That's why I suspected her, but then I wasn't really sure. I didn't want it to know, make a scene or other thing. So after that, she make all that scene. She was like, I'm going home, and as I'm just going home to drive home and take your money and bring it back. So I'm like, okay. And just to let you know, when this happened, it wasn't when there was all this cash app. And anyway, most black mama or black people back in Italy are not very versed into like internet banking or app or cash app. They still believe in cash in hand for everything. So that's how I did with cash in hands. So I was like, okay, go home and bring my money back. So that was how it is. So she went home, and it was like an hour. I didn't hear anything from her, and then suddenly I hear a telephone ringing in the house. So I'm like, that is not my ringing tone, that is not my mom ringing tone. So I was like, whose phone is this? Someone forgot their phone in my house. And who was it? That was the lady husband calling her to know where she was. So I answered the phone, and I'm like, hello. And he was like, let me see, how can I change her name? Let's say she's called Fatima. And the husband was like, Fatima, where are you? I'm like, oh, sir, sorry, I believe Fatima forgot her telephone in my house. So he's like, okay. So I told the husband, like, please, can you let her know that she left her, if she's looking for her phone, she left it in my house. But anyway, I'm expecting her to come back. That is it. So I'm there waiting. 1 hour, another hour passed, she's not coming. And then suddenly she come, and her face looked different. When you try to steal Madame Paul's money and go above saying, no, that girl has worked too hard for her coins. How dare you go and want to just use her like this for free? Ha! So she comes in, she have like a different body language, but I've already suspected that she didn't want to pay me, and that's why I already knew she didn't want it. I already suspected she didn't want to pay me. That's why she behaved how she behaved before going. So when she had that body language, you could already see shame on her face, like literal shame on her face. So my mother already previously told me before she came, she's like, if she doesn't pay you, just leave it to, leave it to God. Let God handle the situation. So I'm like, okay, mom, I like for me personally, I will never fight or beat or insult someone because of money. I believe there is no shame on its own is already a perfect, how can I say, shame is already something that is going to pay that person back for what did to me. So she came there, she said, oh, I thought I left my phone here. I said like, yes. Then she sits in the chair for like, I can take good 20 to 25 minutes just watching, scrolling through her phone. And then suddenly she just woke up and said, okay, bye, I'm leaving. And she left. Many of you will be thinking, Pastor, why didn't you confront her for your money? Because I've already put into my mind, I already knew in my mind she don't have my coin. She didn't have my coin. She didn't want to pay me. But do you know what? Guess what? That lady and I live in the same town. We are going to meet every day in the market. We are going to meet to the grocery store. She know people I know people she know. The shame she brought upon herself by using me, letting me work for her, sit in a chair, and then doing all that pathetic scene of, oh, I forget my wallet at home, look inside my bag. That shame is bigger, is much of a reward to me than any money she owed me. Up to today, she cannot see my face in public. When she sees me, she bends her head, she bends her eyes, she walks past me. And every time I see someone she knows and she's talking about, I will be like, ooh, excuse me, Fatima? The Fatima that she lets me work and do her hair for her and pretended she forgot her wallet at home and then didn't know she left her phone. Now I will tell the people the story. That shame is much better than a reward, and it teaches me and everybody else watching this story, don't mess up with people coins, okay? Because God sees and is going to pay back what you did to those person. Shame, nothing can remove shame once you make it big like this. So that is said, that is the story. That is how one of my customer tried to scam me, try not to pay me. She didn't pay me up to today, but sincerely speaking, I don't care how the story, how it went, the shame that is following her now. Every time she see me or see my mom or see anybody of my family or see any of my friends, because the point I know people, as I say, I know people that know her very well, and you know, me and these people move around. So she's like, she really brought a like, how did she pretend it? How, like, in her mind she was going to go home, sit there, and then keep on saying, I'm bringing your money, and then don't bring it, and me chasing her and her giving me different story out of it. No, God just cut it short that day. God said, girl, you're going to leave your phone in that house, and I'm going to let you go back in that house, and you're going to be shamed. So I hope you did enjoy this story time, and if any of you are trying to scam your hairstylist, don't do, okay? Don't do it, girl. If you want to have nice hair, save your coins, pay your stylist. It's not really about hair. Anything you want to do in life, please make sure save your coins. Don't bring shame upon yourself for hairstyle, for makeup, for nails, for eyelashes. They are totally stupid things for which as an adult you have to bring shame upon yourself. This being said, thumbs up the video if you did like the story, and subscribe if it's your first time watching any of my video, and we shall see next time. Ciao.